Hey, welcome. This is another Tactical Technician video brought to you from Diagnation. This is going to be something new. It's going to be kind of rough to the point. We're using a new tool. This is a MICSIG 4-channel scope, and we're going to talk about, this is just right off the bat, one of the most important things we have to do is when a car comes in, we want to maintain engine mechanical integrity. This is a quick way to do it. We have 4 channels. We're going to do relative compression. That is on channel 1 or yellow. Channel 2 is 2 blue is a delta sensor on the intake. Channel 3 purple on the scope is a WPS on the crankcase in a very sensitive range 3, zoom 3. Channel 4 green, we're triggered on injector number 1. I will disable the fuel right now, and then we're going to go to the scope, and it's going to be a kind of hit or miss. We're running on low on battery. Here's a day in Dublin. We're back on the scope. This is a 4-channel MICSIG scope, and you can see the 4 channels. There's our voltage scales along here. I will set them up. Here's our time down here. I'm going to hold the camera as best I can steady. I'm not rolling with a tripod right now. Let me sort of give it a rough run talk about voltage scales. The relative compression, the attenuation on that amp clamp is 1 millivolt per amp. I know we crank about 130 amps, so I want to be in a range of about 130 millivolts. So let me go down here to about 200 millivolts and 5 volts on blue. That's the delta sensor in the intake, the WPS. I'm just going to play with that as far as setting to get the best range. And the number 4 channel, the trigger, that's about a 5 volt range. So we're going to be about 1 volt per division to get some good granularity. Time base is 200 milliseconds. So here we go. Okay, Sarah, Sarah, as Doris Day used to say. Let me bring this down and get a little more. Here we go. Engine mechanical. Here we go. Give it another good one, and I'll freeze it and we'll analyze it. Okay, we got something. I froze it. Now let's analyze it. Let me stretch the yellow guy a little bit. This way. The scope has very good zoom capabilities. Basically, we're at 200 milliseconds per division. We do not have a problem with this vehicle. We just want to get what known good is. There's our yellow, our relative compression on top. There is blue is the intake. That is the vacuum pulls from the intake. They look pretty good. No major anomalies. Purple, the crankcase. That is on the top of the valve cover, checking if we have integrity as far as the piston rings and the compression in that respect. Channel 4, I don't know if you can see it. I'll kind of zoom in. That is the number 1. That is the trigger for cylinder number 1. If we had to ascertain, we saw an anomaly, we'd be able to figure out what cylinder is causing the problem and why. Let me kind of zoom a little with this. I'll go to the time thing. It has a nice zoom. See that zoom feature right there? You can see that, and that kind of keeps us we're able to analyze the problem based on the trigger. But anyway, this is a really nice tool. I'll have more videos to come with this, and as you can see, it's just basically about setting up your voltage scales along here, kind of playing with it to where it looks good on the screen. And then your time here, you can kind of zoom in and you can see that as far as our vacuum pulls, our crankcase, our trigger, and our relative compression. Anyway, signing off from Diagnation. Thank you.